Cosmic Healing Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Astrology and Tarot Report for February 10th, 2021. So today we have the moon in Aquarius, and the moon in Aquarius is where we allow ourselves to embrace our funky monkeys, the alien within, the individuality, the part of us that is cosmic, that is necessary for the collective, but goes against the grain. And we have this really deep day, and this day is very intense. It has some really big energies, but also really beautiful and necessary energies. So let's get into it. The moon in several points today is going to be meeting with the North Node. So today is a very karmic day. Today's a day where you're really setting yourself energetically through the energy of releasing and contemplating what you're going to be letting go of today so that you can prepare for the new moon tomorrow and really hit the ground running over this next 2 weeks to grow and connect the things that we are going to be focused on in the new moon in Aquarius. Today, we have that Mercury is in trine to the North Node and square to Mars. So there is tension, there's confusion. Communication is it's struggling, right? Communication with others is under stress because we are all, or should be, in this state of contemplation as we are allowing ourselves to review, rearrange, renew, because this is Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, how we have been seeing ourselves, how we've been acting, how we've been expressing ourselves or not, directly or indirectly, in our lives within the collective, and how that has or has not brought us into an alignment, because this is an energy checkpoint. It's a pick a side kind of day. This new moon is very much about you're going to have chosen a side, and you're going to be associating with those people, those things, that pattern, that energy, or not. Today is where you're going to really sit down and talk to yourself and be like, okay, am I or not? And this is coming with these really intense conjunctions to Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter, all in Aquarius. So your emotional mind, your emotional self that does desire to be different, that does want to step outside of the box, is going to have a conversation with Jupiter about what you need to learn and how you need to learn it, and what are those long-term plans. Are you going back to school? Are you reorganizing how you're thinking? With Venus, where are you developing a love for people and other things and connections that aren't romantic? Where's your sapiosexual in the mix? Okay, what turns your mind on? Aquarius energy isn't about so much the physical, it's really about the energy. So what are you attracted to energetically, and are you engaging in that, or are you not? And then we also have with Saturn in the mix. What about the time? How are you using your time to achieve this? What adjustments have to be made? What sacrifices have to be made so that part of you that is charismatic, that is cosmic, that is against the grain, does get to develop. So there is this sense of awareness of ending, right? It's very much a 10 kind of day where there is this sense of completion where, okay, I've had this process, I've done this work, do I still want to do this? But it's all across the board. So definitely, and definitely watch how you act, because Mars is, watch how you're acting. Watch how you're acting, watch how you're responding, watch how you're engaging, because there are still, listen, anytime the North Node is in here, we're having a karmic checkpoint. And Mars is in a semi-sextile to the North Node. So your vibrational decisions are very important. Your narratives, your communications, what you can talk about, how much you talk about it, who you're talking about it with, all of those things matter. So let there be a moment of silence as you decide to show up and war your way in the cosmos. The card we get today is appropriate. It's the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a beautiful card, but it is a card of sadness, right? It is also known as the funeral card. It is the card that comes after the Three of Swords, where we have all, in one way or another, have reached an apex of all kinds of things, of sadness, of accomplishments, of confusions, of growths, of realizations, as we have gone through what was a very intense year. And we are all, in one way or another, stumbling to find our words. We are all, one way or another, exploring and stumbling towards our light. And at the end of the day, right, what's most important is that you allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to hang some swords on the wall. You know, there are swords that as a warrior become our favorites. They are thoughts, they are ideas, they are patterns. And we're so used to using them that they get rusty. And eventually you have to put them up. So decide, in whatever way you decide to align or not, to at least be aware of the fact that you're making a choice. So choose wisely. Choose yourself. Choose your healing. Choose your own resurrection. Welcome to the age of Aquarius, my dears. This energy does not play. I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow.